A lot happens to get food from the farm to your table. It's called the food cycle, and it has a big impact on our health, our economy, and our environment. In this video, we'll examine how biotechnology is used in food production. Most people would agree that science is a powerful tool that can change our lives for the better. Advances have positively affected many aspects of our world, but when it comes to food and science, some people worry about possible negative consequences. The reality is that we have safely been using science and technology to improve food production for centuries. Science has already led to the production of more food on less land, and that food is generally of better quality. So where does biotechnology fit in? Biotechnology, the use of living organisms or their components to improve or produce useful products, has played a role in the food evolution story for centuries. In farming, biotechnology generally falls into two categories. The first is traditional breeding. The process of humans choosing plants for breeding, called artificial selection, dates back to between 9,000 and 11,000 years ago. Gregor Mendel's work in crossbreeding in the late 1800s formed the basis of modern breeding. For example, the mating of two plants with desirable characteristics to create offspring with these traits. Similarly, traditional breeding techniques have been used to breed both pets and farm animals for preferred traits such as better temperament or better health. Biotechnology includes a second category, genetic engineering, in which specific genes are added to or removed from an organism to improve its traits. For example, a crop being more resistant to herbicides. But some people feel these types of genetically modified foods, or GMOs, are not needed. Some also feel more long-term testing is required to further assess their safety and effects on the environment. However, many international and national agencies, including Health Canada, have examined the extensive research on food science and biotechnology and are in agreement that these technologies do not pose a health risk. After careful examination of the research, these groups say that genetically modified crops are just as safe and nutritious as conventional crops. In Canada, GMO foods must go through an extensive 7 to 10 year development and review process before they can be approved for use by Health Canada. We have been using science and technology to improve food production for centuries. Biotechnology in food production involves the use of living organisms or their components to produce useful products. Traditional breeding is the mating of two plants or two animals with desirable characteristics to create offspring with these traits. Genetic engineering, or genetic modification, involves adding or removing specific genes from an organism to improve its traits. While some people are skeptical about GMOs, Health Canada and other international agencies have found them to be safe. Sometimes there are hesitations about or resistance to new technologies. These questions are important to consider and address to ensure that science and technology continue to play an important and responsible role in advancing telecommunications, health, and other sectors of our economy. Is the use of technology in food systems any different? What do you think?